jollof, right?
We ain't gotta get it. 2 on 1. I said, y'all trying to get up and jump me.
I didn't even show him the cards. He goes, I already know what y'all going. It was the next question.
I saw that.
He said, motherfucker, we got the best jollof. Oh, that's great. Who has the best jollof rice? I just want to let you know, before you answer, I am 6'6", so I'm just telling you know here.
See, I told you it was
I'm
gonna
just
try to
letting you
jump
know.
me.
154, we all connected, baby, you already know. I'm talking 154, we bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like.
Welcome to another episode of 154. Today's guest is a Grammy Award nominated rapper, multi-platinum songwriter, talented producer, writer, engineer, mixer, MC, and maverick who has built a career on being unapologetically himself. A proud Ghanaian-American from the South Side of Chicago, he uses his voice to challenge systems, tell the truth, and push culture forward. An artist, an activist, an organizer, an entrepreneur, a dreamer, and a father. He is one of the most important voices today. Put your hands together for an insightful conversation with Vic Mensa!
Hey!
Let's go, baby!
Mensa is
Shot-town in the building!
Man, this is so cool. I know you guys got the connection, man, but before we get to that connection, man, we want to do something that we always do here. We switched it up a little bit because we knew you were coming in the house. We've got some Ghanaian peanuts right here, roasted a little differently. You probably already know.
Okay,
we've got the sweet plantain chips. So
that's what that is.
And then we got some palm wine here, man. We got some palm wine, and we're just going to do a little West African style here. We're gonna pour a little bit here.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna do a little toast. Oh, it's icy. So it's coming out. It's coming out slow because it's icy.
Icy palm wine.
We wanted to make sure you had it nice and cold here.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
there we go. Boom.
Palm wine. I always drink a little bit though during the show. You notice I be.
Yeah, you be halfway gone.
I be halfway.
All right.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Good. Yeah, there we go. Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
All right. We got a little sweet plantain chips here.
Yes, you can. You can eat them.
I can't say no to sweet plantains. Actually, these peanuts too. Oh, I'm being real greedy and gluttonous right now.
Yeah, you can eat while you're talking, people. People be sitting there, is that a prop? Hell no.
No.
So tell us about your life.
That's what they got on the side of the road in Ghana, man. It was, you know what I mean? Market women.
Oh, yeah.
On the side of the road with some plantain chips.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite Ghanaian food?
Yeah, I think it might be this thing called palava sauce, man. It's like this green called contombre. That's eaten with like boiled yam.
Yeah.
It's a little more in the cut. I think it's like, looks similar to agusi.
Okay. Okay.
Looks kind of similar to agusi.
Oh, so you know about agusi?
Yeah, I'm on some vegetarian shit right now. So I'm gonna go with the palava sauce. And jollof, right?
We
ain't gotta get it. 2 on 1. I said, y'all trying to get up and jump me.
Here's how you know. Hey, it's right here, brother. It's right here. I didn't even show him the cards. He goes, I already know what y'all going. It was the next question.
I saw that.
He said, motherfucker, we got the best jollof. Oh, that's great. Who has the best jollof rice? I just want to let you know, before you answer, I am 6'6", so I'm just telling you know here.
See, I told you it was gonna try to
letting you
jump
know.
He's like, who has?
I'm gonna take you out at the knees.
Chicago, tell them what time it is. We don't play.
He said I'm gonna be what?
2, 3.
I'm gonna be 2, 3.
That's that Midwest right there.
Who has the best jollof rice?
Who actually has the best jollof rice is Senegal.
Senegal. Thank you. I
They got
said
the
it.
best one, man.
Senegal.
But low key, what I've learned is that also it's all about who's preparing it. You know what I'm saying? Because growing up,
That's true.
my auntie, like my godmother, Nigerian, she had the best jollof rice I ever knew growing up.
Wow.
Then I got a little older, and my homie, his mom, who's Ghanaian, she had the best jollof. Still does, personally that I know.
Yeah, no doubt.
When I went to Senegal with the Wolof people, and learn that they originated the jollof rice. And
good.
They don't even call it jollof rice. I'm in Senegal steady asking like, yo, where can I get jollof rice? Where can I get jollof rice? They keep talking about chebujen. I'm like, so y'all just not listening to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't hear me.
You don't want to tell me where to get the jollof rice. They don't even call it that because they are the jollof people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got
I'm
the best
big
by far.
Senegalese food. I eat a lot when I was living in Harlem. Had Senegalese down the block. I'd be there almost every day. Tibujen, Tibuyap.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and that
Tibu
rice.
Canard, they got the one with the chicken.
Yeah, I said, what's the rice? I said, this rice.
It's crazy.
It's like, it's jollof because they speak French. Yeah. Wolof.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, what? Yeah,
You know, I've never had, that's the only one, like, I've had Ghanaian,
When you come back to New York.
I've had Nigerian, but I've never had
Theirs is like, it's like a delicacy, bro. They make it into this grandiose dish. Like, obviously, Ghanaians, Nigerians, we might throw a little something into it, you know what I'm saying? Like some little smoked meat or something. But the Senegal, man, they put like sweet potatoes and like boiled carrots and yam and like a boiled steamed fish, like tilapia. Good. It's like I ain't gonna lie, they take it to another
If there's
level.
anybody out there that knows anybody in LA that makes good,
I do.
You do.
Yeah, it's
In
called
Senegal?
No, here, Jollof Wolof Kitchen. Get the chebujen from Jollof Wolof Kitchen. It's like a ghost kitchen. You could just order it to wherever you at, to the hotel
And it's
or whatever.
from like
they Senegalese as hell. It's just two dudes, like heavy accents.
You
that
know,
no brick and mortar,
came
it's
here.
just the delivery, right?
Yeah, like
you know what's gonna.
You guys didn't see that big.
that's how you know they
CEO.
serious, because they ain't got the bread for the. They have a restaurant, you know what I'm saying?
But
you know them niggas is like, they like that.
You know what? We need to do a battle then, because I think what I want to do is I want to line it up. All right, it gets a chef from Nigeria. We got our chef here. We got a chef from Ghana, chef from Senegal, and do a blind taste test.
That would be
and then,
dope.
And
Wouldn't
then
it
we
be
get
good
to
was
see.
to do that.
Yeah.
But you know, like he said, it depends, because we were real snobby. My mother's jollof was dope. And it depends on the rice you're using. Depends on, so some people would overcook theirs.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's kind of mushy.
Yeah.
Or they season it a little too much. It's too hot. Yeah. So he's right.
There's Nigerian, sometimes with Nigerian jollof.
They be blowing your
God damn it, I be ready.
It be so spicy.
I remember my father would eat, sometimes my mother would put so much, and my father said, it's so hot, my anus. And that was the first.
Hold on, he would eat it and immediately hit his.
He's like, your mother will just put. My mother's like, she's not hot. It's like my anus. My anus is hurting my anus. Oh man, my father was so funny. He was like, my anus. I just be sitting down. My anus just bothering me. I can't.
Hey, you know that's hot when immediately you eat it. Oh, anus, my anus.
And then you're sweating. Sometimes it's
crazy.
too much.
And then it's the always like it's too hot, and then it's not, and you're going back and forth like, no, I'm telling you,
It's
she's like, I only put 10 peppers in it. What do you mean?
Yeah, and you're going, man. And you know, it's like dogs. You know when dogs will eat whatever, even though they're allergic to it. I'll eat so much African food, and
That'd
then
be me
on the
when I'm in
toilet,
Ghana,
like,
bro. I ain't gonna lie. I can only eat once every other day, like in Ghana, because it'd be certain things like the kebab on the street. It just be so damn hot. I'm just eating it next day.
Yeah.
Up for a day. You know what I mean?
Then you go back like, hey man, I was tight though. I was loose here, but it was tight.
How many times you been to Ghana? Or when was your first time to Ghana? And then how many times have you been?
My first time to Ghana, I was 11.
11.
I got robbed immediately. I got off the plane.
Welcome to Ghana.
It's dark. They speaking another language. My family's looking for a cab. And, you know, a scammer outside the airport, he came up to me. I'm a little kid. He's like, I can get you the taxi. Just give me the money. You know what I'm saying? My dumb I'm like, yeah, come on. I'm going to be the one that gets us the taxi.
Mom, Dad, you don't know what you're doing. Here, come on.
All of the $20 I had, you know what I'm saying, to my name, gave him my life savings. Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying, instantly got robbed. I felt like I had a chip on my shoulder about that too once, because that's when I was like 11, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like being a black boy in Chicago, you quickly cross the threshold from child to like threat to society. Yeah. So soon I had a chip on my shoulder. So by the time I went back and I'm, 17 or something, I'm looking around. I'm like, let it try to play with me. The last 6 years, a lot's changed.
I've been waiting for this.
Where's the taxi driver? First taxi
I'm in
driver
the
gets
market.
stolen.
Look at me too long in the market. I'm like,
He's like, you ain't getting my $20. Tried it this time, boy.
Oh, funny as. Oh, so you went back. So you went back like 5-6 years later, and you
about
was
6
ready.
years later, ready to knock it right out.
You know what's so funny? I was just telling our chef. You're gonna see him in a second. Chef Timmy, I was telling him this the other day. I was saying that when I go back, because the first time I went to Nigeria, and I remember I got punked. Like it was just like I got my bags and everything. I'm getting out the airport, and the guy was like, "Tip me." I was like, "Man, come on, man, tip me." 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, oh damn. I'm like, oh, this is serious, and they're getting real aggressive. I'm like, here. I was like, dang. And then my dad pulls up. I'm like, man, you pull up right after they get me. All right, now come back 20 years later. I'm like, I wish somebody would, man. I said, I'm just going to be looking because now I know. Because once you know, it's just like, because part of you is like, dang, man, they got me. Like, you don't like that. It sits with you.
You got to learn the first time.
The first time around.
They got me.
Come on, try me when I get
I got
there.
all the tricks now. Now everybody come back to Nigeria. I know the trick now. When they go, hey, Nigeria, they go, big man.
Yeah.
You got to say, nah, you the man. Then they stop.
He said, "No, you the man."
No, you the man. They like, oh, okay.
I'm good. So you've been back and forth a lot then?
Yeah, man, I go back and forth a lot now. You know what I'm saying? Probably like once, twice a year.
That's
sometimes more, sometimes less. You know what I'm saying? But
That's
generally about that much.
Yeah, and the last time you went back, you started a festival.
Yeah, we were doing a
Black
festival
Star
out
Line
there.
with obviously with Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
What an
Chicago.
amazing event. What did that mean to you?
Man, that was like the meeting of my worlds. You know what I'm saying? Because we brought all these Black American artists, from Dave Chappelle to Badu and Jeremih, so many more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And put them on the stage with the premier artists in Ghana and artists from around the continent, you know what I mean? From like Sarkodie to Cassper Nyovest from South Africa, just like a lot of Africa's premier stars, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Stonebwoy, many people. And it was beautiful because I feel like I'm in this position where I understand these two worlds, you know, intimately well, and have occupied these two worlds. And these two worlds are often misunderstood and at odds, misunderstand each other by design. You know what I mean? We see in this moment when there's so much divide between Black Americans and African people. Obviously so much collaboration, but the divide is also great, and that's by design, you know what I'm saying? So through music and through my talent, through my art, relationships, that festival was a physical representation of building that bridge, which I think is a lot of what I seek to do, you know what I'm saying? Is like to illustrate and show the commonality between us, because it only benefits the oppressor for us to be beefing.
Yeah, and what's cool too is it also pays homage to the original Black Star Line.
Exactly.
Which I thought, you know, obviously the movement was to bridge the gap, to bring people together, to going back and forth. And one of the coolest things looking this up that I thought was the fact that not only was the concert and the festival free, but then you guys also got a deal with United Airlines to be able to allow people to come back and forth, or to be able to travel to Ghana, so there wasn't like a financial burden to get there. Like, how did that happen? How did you guys coordinate that with, you know, with an airline to be able to make sure that, you know, the tickets were discounted, or there was a, you know, the discount to get to Ghana?
Yeah, well, you know, United Airlines is based in Chicago. So that was really how the connection came about.
Yeah.
And the airfare was one of the main ways that they exploit us, you know? Ever since it got popping to go back to Ghana, Nigeria, these flights are insane.
I was gonna go for Dirty December. I told you.
$7,000.
No.
The tickets were
$13,000.
Come on, man.
13,000?
$13,000.
$13,000.
$13,000.
It was 7,000. I was like, yo, man, I think I'm gonna try Nigeria. 7,000. I think I'm gonna go to Jersey. There's Nigerians over there. I was like, man, they
I used to go, like this week, 900. You know what I mean? Week of 900 round trip.
Yeah, right.
As soon as it got popping, now it's like we don't own the airlines, and so that's one of the main ways that they economically exploit us. Is they see that we have connectivity, we got the will, the desire to be there, and they're like, okay, cool. $11,000.
How do we keep them from going?
And you guys were able to.
Old price. That's like that motherfucker Dave Chappelle when he's getting that haircut.
Oh yeah.
And he like, man, how much I owe you, man? He like 11,000.
Like, I think it's like, is that what you gonna pay me? Yeah, all right, cool. Oh, you gonna pay it? Good, man.
And people are probably paying it.
Man, I sat with it. I was like, man, because I want to take the whole family. It wasn't $13,000 it was $13,000 per person.
Oh, hell
And I'm sitting and I'm going, wait a second. I said, I ain't going this time.
One at a time.
I was like, this is.
Can we get a payment plan on a plane ticket?
But
Layaway.
for you guys to do that, I mean, I think that was super dope because you guys had 52,000 people show up to that concert. And it was a big deal, man.
it was
a big deal. When's the next one?
Right?
Yeah, when's the next one?
When I get that 13,000. Yeah, I want to do it, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely is it's a large undertaking, you know what I'm saying?
It's
hard.
Got to find the right situation, the right finances. And
Sponsors?
I think also,
Do you have sponsors?
the right
Like
sponsors, you know what I mean? We didn't have sponsors. Looking for sponsors, anybody interested in that. The way I think I look at it is kind of like there was something called Festac that happened in Nigeria back in the 70s, I believe, that like my parents were at, a lot of artists from Chicago. It was like a festival of the arts. And they did that a few times, you know what I mean? It wasn't like an every year thing. There have been a few of these like tentpole events that I think Questlove did a documentary about something like the Soul to Soul.
Oh, you meant Summer of Soul.
That
was a 1969 festival. It was like the Black Woodstock in Harlem.
Word.
And at the same time, they were doing Woodstock, New York, because they blew up the Woodstock with Jimi Hendrix and Richie Havens, but everybody ignored the Summer of Soul, which had Nina Simone. The staples. Stevie Wonder is playing drums at the beginning. He's drumming. Like, it was unbelievable, you know, and they kind of ignored that, and Questlove brought it into.
In that vein, I mean, I think the Black Star Line Festival would be like that it'd be, you know, a historic moment that comes back to life at another time, you know what I mean, in a different time when it makes the most sense.
Yeah. You know, Ghana, and just in researching this, like Ghana was the very first country I went to before even going home to Nigeria, that Ghana was the very first country to get its independence. Kwame Nkrumah was able to pull that off, educated here in the States. And when you look at Ghana's history, what's like a historical moment of Ghana that stands out to you that a lot of Americans and just people across may not even know about Ghana?
I think many people don't know that at Ghana's Independence Day celebration, Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King attended. That's something I bring up all the time when the disagreement and misunderstandings between Black Americans and Africans are rising to the front of the conversation. Is like, yo, our solidarity, our connection is long standing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody hate on Martin Luther King now.
Right. Now.
Hated on.
It's always afterwards.
He was the most hated man in America.
He was the most hated man in America, but you know, but now obviously, you know, he's ubiquitously celebrated as a hero amongst all communities. And of course, Black people hold him dear. And so I point to Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King and say, yo, they were at Ghana's Independence Day celebration.
1957.
Standing with Kwame Nkrumah, welcoming Ghana to become the first independent nation in Africa at that time, in West Africa at that time.
And it was a massive deal. It was a massive
deal.
Massive
you know
deal.
what I mean? Like, we've been united, we've been connected. It's just fools that are like pushing a narrative right now that just have a lot of, you know.
Because I look to that because of, like, you know, Nigeria followed 3 years later, October 1st, 1960, but that doesn't happen without Ghana showing the way and allowing, you know, being that first, you know.
Everyone's scared until
somebody leads.
It's like Traoré now. Traoré,
Niger,
Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. Everyone's like, whoa, he's doing it?
Right.
Well, you mean we can do it now? I wish Nigeria would get on that.
Yeah, right.
You know,
they will not.
They're like, we love Trump. What? The Nigerians love me. They love me so much.
I mean, it's Ghana too, though. I mean, Ghana, like, Muhammad's doing some good things for sure.
Okay.
But Ghana, they love their enjoyment too much. You know what I mean? In order to go the Traore route, you're welcoming that 70 assassination attempts, say goodbye to tourism, say goodbye to Dirty December. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Burkina Faso maybe is uniquely primed for that also because they almost were forgotten on a world stage.
Yeah, yep.
So it's not even like
They were able to strategize.
they weren't even lulled to sleep in the way that Ghana, Nigeria are with like the promise of Western collaboration and tourism. I don't think this was getting up in droves to go to Burkina Faso.
Right.
You know?
They didn't even know what it was.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll share my ignorance. I remember I had my good friend and teammate Justin Fargas when we were the Raiders together, and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, we were going back and forth talking about Nigeria and whatever." He goes, "Yeah, I've been to Burkina Faso." I was like, "Man, why you lying, man? Ain't no country in Africa called Burkina Faso." He goes, "Yeah, it is." Man, come on, man. And this is before Google, you know what I mean? Like, so I think I got to go Yahoo or something like that, whatever it was, to
Ask
go look
Jeeves.
it up. Yeah, Ask Jeeves. Yes, that's it. Yes,
Jeeves.
Actually, it was Ask Jeeves. Yes, that's right. It was Ask Jeeves.
That does not exist.
No, Ask Jeeves
I met
did
some
say.
cats from in New York. Cats that
Burkina Faso.
From Burkina Faso.
Yeah. That was the very first time. I'll never forget. 2003, my rookie year, was the first time I'd ever heard of Burkina Faso. Yeah, because they wasn't teaching it in LAUSD. They weren't teaching it in school.
Burkina Faso been significant too, though.
Yeah.
Thomas Sankara, revolutionary from Burkina Faso. Right. And the French is just some sneaky, dirty dogs.
Word.
So,
Talk about
it. I mean, the things that the French have done and do to West African countries, to the Francophone West African countries, man, they've been holding them people money in their banks.
Yeah.
Until recent history, like, let me hold on to all your bread. I know what to do with it. I'm gonna keep it safe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then invest that money and make so much
Massive
more off of that.
portion of many West African Francophone countries have been given to the French. Like the portion of their GDP, 70, 80% of their GDP held in French banks. I mean, the French still got in Haiti paying them reparations for getting free
from slavery.
And then Emmanuel Macron,
Macron is going
slimy face. He got the nerve to get up there and say, "Oh, the Africans, they're ungrateful. They should be thanking us." Like, you motherfucker. You know your goddamn country is only standing up because of what you steal from Africans. And the moment the African countries start to
come together,
snatch back their shit, you see France is going up in flames.
Yeah.
See you later.
They in the streets like, what's wrong with our economy? And Chat GPT don't want to tell the truth. I'm Chat GPT. This gotta have something to do with the fact that all the Africans are taking back their resources. Chat GPT, this is unsubstantiated. You know Macron on the other side of that answering me. It'd be like that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like Elon becoming, the world's first trillionaire, or having the opportunity to become the world's first trillionaire a year after purchasing the presidency for Trump.
Right.
It's like, I don't care what the news says.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? If you buy Twitter and then you buy the presidency and then you pop up a trillionaire a year later, it's an open and shut case, Johnson.
Yeah. You seem so well-rounded, man. How many countries have you been to in Africa?
Damn. I don't think I've been to that many. I've been to, obviously to Ghana, I've been to Senegal, I've been to Ethiopia, I've been to South Africa. I think
Joburg,
I think that's it, man.
Yeah.
I got so many places I still need to go. I didn't really start going to Africa on my own without my family till like 5 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like 5, 6 years ago.
What led that push? What led you to start just going back?
Going to Ghana, man. I think just like recognizing the power that is in having that direct connection to my ancestry and the privilege and the responsibility. You know what I mean? Yeah. The way we grow up, you know what I mean? Most of our people like have no knowledge of their history, of their real names, you know what I mean? Their ancestral religions, their ancestral homelands, and they suffer greatly for that lack of connection to who they are. You know what I mean? And being that I have that privilege to know that, I started to realize that this is something I should be investing time, energy, resources into. I should be building my own relationships. I should be spending time learning about my home, you know what I mean? I think that it's given me a lot of perspective about myself. But I do need to travel around the continent.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, same here. I'm looking to do all 54 countries. That's why it's 154, you know, but I want to travel all 154. I'm like at 8 or 9 countries right now, and, you know, I got a lot more to do. But you talk about even knowing your name. What is your full name? Do you have your full?
See, I don't got no Nigerian name. Y'all be like Olukubapo, Olukati.
You mean you mean like Akbar Oluwakemi Idowu Bajabi Amila? Yeah,
Exactly.
Only one man has beaten him.
I love how y'all got them long names, man. Y'all be having to go about 1 syllable in that 20-syllable name. 2 at the most. Yeah.
Do you have a? You have a.
My name is Victor Kwasi Mensah.
Oh, Kwasi. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's a very Ghanaian name. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
You know, classic Ghanaian name, Kwasi Mensah.
And that's Vic Mensa. At first, when I first saw you, I was like, you know how I saw you, which I was like, I like this guy. When you had your locks, and you were on DJ Academic's show, I said, who's this guy? I go, because you were talking about Chicago. I said, oh, it's a Chicago guy. And he goes, yeah, you know, it's Academics, right? Was it Academics? He goes, yeah, Academics, you know, you was talking about Chicago and the gangs and all that stuff. You know, I came on your show to smack the shit out you.
You didn't say that, did you?
What? Did he? I said, who the hell? So I started looking you up. I love this guy. Chicago, that's so Chicago. He goes, yeah, you need to talk, you know, keep your mouth shut about the gangs. And it's the truth. Like, I grew up around, you know, my father taught on the West Side for 45 years, so he was around.
Your father was a teacher?
Yes.
Dope.
Malcolm X College, and then he started a program with other teachers, adult education, teaching. And I knew there were gangbangers that'd be like, man, your father taught me how to read, dog. We got him. I'm like, oh, great. That's awesome, you know, because we had gangs around us. It's like you grew up.
It's like, hey, you know, better late than never. You learn how to read. Hey, you know what?
Now I can read what I'm writing on the wall now.
Better late than never, man.
Just graffiti, I couldn't read it. Now I know.
Now I know what it said.
Freshman year of college.
But it was like, and here's the thing about gangs in Chicago, and you know, it's like if you don't know what the f you're talking about, you don't speak on it. You know, you know what I mean? There was codes. I remember playing video games. I would be playing video games in this Vietnamese restaurant, right? So I was really good at Tron, right? This Vietnamese guy like, man, you always here, 3 hour, 1/4. Damn, you good, they do good, you know? Because I'd be playing after school. And then when I would put my name up, because you know, in the old video games, you put your initials. My initials were GD. You know, do you know what that means?
I don't know. I'm only one thing I'm thinking, but I don't think it's that.
So,
what is it, man? What is
all
it?
you can do is put 2 initials, because some of them are
God,
3.
that's God. God is
GD, man, gangster disciple.
Oh, okay.
That's so funny, bro.
So I would be like,
you putting GD in the thing.
The dude was, there was a gangster disciple behind me watching me play, because he wanted to play after me.
He like, yeah, go
And I was
ahead,
like this. I was like,
ahead.
yeah, I was like, GD. I'm 7th grade. I'm like, GD. He goes, hey, man, race that, man. I said, what? I said, I just got the high score. He's like, man, race that, man. You folk? I go, what? No, I'm not. No, I'm from, I just came from school. I'm trying to, God. And he's like this. It's like, that's my name. He goes, nah, that's gangster disciple. I said, I'm not a gangster. I have a background. And I'm gonna watch cartoons after. He's like, man, race that dog. And then so I raced it. And the Vietnamese like, yo, get out. No, man, f that. I was like, yo, I raced it. I put AA. I just put but that's funny, serious. Man. When I played baseball, Vic.
I just visualized the whole thing.
Because I was like, because he's behind me. I'm on the thing like, I got my backpack on. I'm like, high score, right? And I'm like, GD. And he's like, man, erase that. I'm thinking he wanted to like, that's my high score. Right?
Oh my goodness.
And when I played baseball, Little League Baseball, the Boys Club of America on the North Side.
They got a lot of folks on the North Side. There's a lot of GDs on the North Side. That's what we were just talking about. A lot of people don't know that there is a significant black community on the North Side.
Why? Because I always hear, I mean, I'm from LA, so I don't know anything. I always hear South Side of Chicago.
South Side and West Side are the historic black areas in Chicago.
Okay, South Side and where?
And the West Side.
Oh, West Side, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the North Side and Uptown is a very multicultural area. That's where all the Africans live. It's a lot of black Americans in Uptown too.
Doubt.
Like the North Side is generally painted with a broad brush as being the white area. You know what I'm saying? But Uptown is like a real pocket where you find all the Africans, you know what I'm saying? And you find a lot of, just a lot of black people of all different ethnicities. And it's cracking too. Like it's a lot of gang banging on the North Side. It's everything. There's a lot of history, culture, working people. A lot of like hip hop, a lot of music in Uptown. I spent a lot of time up there.
The Cubs, the field, Wrigley Field is in the middle of the city.
That's in North Side?
It's in the city. We used to walk to Cub games. The Cubs are right there. And then you got, it's the most segregated city still to this day.
Chicago's so segregated.
Chicago's still the most segregated city.
Really?
Dude, they hit Dr. King with a brick in Chicago. They hit him with a brick.
Chicago's crazy segregated. I mean, you really, really see it right now. Like, man, I found myself in a dark corner of the internet I did not mean to be yesterday. Because I saw like a conversation, like a live conversation happening. Somebody sent it to me. And the headline was Cornel West, the Niggerization of America, Vic Mensa, ICE protest. And I was just like, what does this mean? Yeah, that's what it said. I don't know.
And when you tapped in, what happened?
Oh man, you know, it was just basically a bunch of black folks from Chicago having a conversation about participation or not participation in ICE protests. I didn't hear all the conversation. That was what I was in there about. Because I was in Minneapolis on Monday.
You went for how long?
You know what I'm saying? I was just there for the day. And I added in a call for the general strike. They're calling for a nationwide general strike on Friday, because Minnesota had the first statewide general strike last Friday. And you know, it's probably the most tangible working people's action against ICE terror thus far. And I think ICE has revealed a lot of the fissures of division between Black American people, African people, Latinos, between many different racial categories. You know what I'm saying? So in this conversation yesterday, I'm basically like arguing my case for why I believe that the issue of ICE is something that we should all be concerned with. You know what I'm saying? And my case is in the lineage of Chairman Fred Hampton, Chicago, Black Panther Party, Rainbow Coalition that he built with the Young Lords, Puerto Rican group, and the Young Patriots, a poor white group. Malcolm X's comments that if you care about what's happening in Mississippi, you have to care about what's happening in the Congo, that these things are interconnected, that working class, proletariat people struggles are all intertwined. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately there's a capitalist and a corporation that is exploiting all of us at once. But we get wound up and pointed at each other to call blame on somebody that looks differently from us when, I mean, it's Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's a conversation I'm having with brothers yesterday in this strange corner of the internet. You know what I mean? It's just like, at the end of the day, man, I talk to guys, some of my closest people are, you know, incarcerated maybe for the last 10, 20 years. And I gotta catch myself sometimes when I'm like, man, how does it feel to be enslaved making Starbucks caps? Like they got brothers in there making lids for Starbucks for 15 cents an hour. How can we feel that the aim of our frustration should be an immigrant? There ain't no goddamn immigrants running the corporations enslaving us. You know what I'm saying? But Chicago is very segregated. So I feel like Chicago is exposed a lot of that. Even when
Why is Chicago segregated? I don't know. I'm a West Coast
it's
guy.
just history, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a history of redlining, a history of placing poor people on top of each other in project buildings and then tearing down those project buildings, scattering them around the city, basically corralling low income
I think we had
families.
probably the biggest system of
projects
in
the
the
largest
country.
public housing
Robert Taylor,
experiment.
Ida B. Wells.
The most.
We had the most. We had project, man, in New York, but it was like you put black people in those areas. And back in the day, projects were made for like everybody.
Yeah.
But with redlining, they would put they stacked the black folks and run it down. Didn't fund it as much as they would, you know what I mean? I was reading about, was it Color of Law? That book by Robert, it's really good about redlining.
I gotta peep that.
And one of the first cities to redline was San Francisco.
Word.
San Francisco.
I didn't know, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, probably Chicago. San Francisco in the 50s was the first to redline African Americans.
Yeah.
And this is the progressive city. San Francisco, yeah. After the war, they would give, black and white soldiers the GI. They wouldn't even give black people the GI Bill. They gave it to the white soldiers, gave them all the best places to live. And a lot of times the black people would be put on like toxic dumps, stuff like, oh, this is real. Yeah, they would put them, or they, buy highways, put them by highways, not fund them a lot, raise the rents, and then
And do eminent domain once you get settled.
yeah. If you had money, they would raise the rents so high, the mortgages, so you could not afford it, black people. And they would say it in the laws, do not sell to black people. It's, whew.
Growing up in where you in Chicago, and where you grew up, were there a lot of people from Ghana there in your area? And what language did your dad speak at home?
Man, my dad never taught us tree.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he never taught us. You know what I'm saying? He had this delusion that I think many people in his generation coming from Africa to America had, which was that if he taught us his language, it would hold us back in assimilation. Just
Survival.
Just like an aim of assimilation. You know what I'm saying? And so now he speaks it to my son a lot because he realizes, he like, man, I kind of dropped the ball with you. It was a little late for you to learn.
That's what my father says.
You know what I'm saying? So he's steady speaking it to my son.
That's dope.
And I can't hold him. I can't fault him because ultimately it's like, man, my father was coming from just like a pretty abject level of poverty, which wasn't unusual for where he was from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't outpacing his community, but it's like, a very underprivileged, under-researced communities just sucked dry by colonialism. You know what I'm saying? So when he, through education, because my dad's a professor too.
Okay.
PhD professor, economics. And so when he came here, he's just, I can imagine his mind frame being like, man, I just want them to excel. I just want them to excel. Probably like a constant anxiety about what he felt he had escaped. And I think in time, maybe it's taken that generation for me to realize that it's like not escaped, you know what I'm saying? Like it's something to be constantly valued, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
do you have the desire
from?
You have the desire to learn the language?
To learn Tweet? I do, but like when the f am I gonna learn Tweet? Like as the only, I don't even see no other Americans on my day-to-day. I be in my house alone. You know what I'm saying? Let alone Ghanaians.
Conference coming.
I definitely do have the desire, but I don't know when or how.
Yeah,
that's the only problem.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of Ghanaians over by me neither. Like I got a few. A few of my homies
were like dominant.
A few of my homies is Ghanaian, and a few Nigerians too. But also, I'm not from up where Godfrey's from. Like they got mad Africans in Uptown.
Yeah, because he was like, he grew up in the United Nations.
I'm from Hyde Park on the South Side. There's not like a lot.
Yeah, there was it was the most. I think it was like Guinness Book. It was like the most integrated in Chicago. This pocket, because I didn't understand. Because all my friends my next door neighbor were Cambodians, and they were off the boat coming from Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam. I had war kids that were my buddies. Yeah. Now they speak perfect English. None of them spoke English in class, but they knew math and were good at art. Yeah. But when it came to reading, we'd be like, yo, chill, yo. Like, I ain't do it, but nah, man. All that duk. We ain't having that. We trying to read Dr. Seuss. You want some duk. Dr. Seuss. Like, well, green egg ham. Nah, man. Got it. Now they're like this. Now they're like, what's up, Godfrey? It's like this. You made fun of me when I know English now. But yeah, my parents, we would give them clothing. We would give my Vietnamese Laos friends clothing. These people were war children. Yeah. And there were gangs. There were Vietnamese gangs in our, they always had weapons on them. They were always fighters. All my friends always had something like, hey, man.
Discovered from Vietnam.
Yeah, but they were tough.
Kind of Americans.
My friends were some of the toughest. They never backed down from it. They always had weapons on them. And they would tell me, they say, yeah, we come here, in the office, they tell us, midang. Midang is a Vietnamese word for black American. Midang. And I said, why you guys keep saying, they tell us watch for black people, no good. The officials would do. The white officials would say, watch out for black people when you're, and he says, but now I confused because you give us clothes. Your father buy us clothes, everything. You are friends, and my friend, because my friends were African. I had a lot of black dudes from Mississippi and Alabama, my buddies. So it was Africans, black Americans, right? Mexicans. I had a lot of Mexican friends, and we were the ones giving them clothes. And he's like, yeah, they tell us stay away from black people. It's not true. I said, yeah, it's not true. I'm your
it's so cool too, because like that is such like a great thing your father did, but in the African culture, like we bring people in, like my father would bring so many people home, when I say home, into our home, but from Nigeria, or if there's somebody who was in need, just to bring them in, like it was which I feel like is a little different in the American culture, where it's more in the individualism, like, oh, this is mine, maybe I'll just help you out a little, but to bring somebody into your home, into your space.
Yeah, they were in my house. My friends were in my Korean friends. In our birthday parties, we all went to each other's birthday parties, and our parents my parents knew our friends were Cambodian and Indian and the Ayala
family. Did you experience that too?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, my pops was like, he was like a father to everybody, because a lot of my guys didn't have fathers. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So when they be at the house, my dad be all in their book bag, checking their homework.
Really?
Get them a lecture, because they got C's and D's.
Let me get in
unacceptable.
I ain't going over to Vic's house no more, man. Big Dad always says facts, though.
I'm not your child, but literally though, that's like in our culture though, it's like it takes a village.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
It takes a village.
And I think that was unusual, but welcomed though, because in the neighborhood, like a lot of my friends, they didn't have family structures like that. Not all of them. Not all, right. Many of them didn't though.
Yeah. And your parents, they had a very good marriage, very good relationship. What did you learn from your mom and dad, in their relationship, in their marriage, that you saw that kind of helped you and to be the man that you are?
I think interestingly enough, even though my father is an African father, and that is usually accompanied by a very strict, stringent, like stern hand, sturdy hand.
Well, I gotta ask you then. Hold on. Did your dad? You got the whoopings?
No, my father didn't, man. That's what I was gonna say.
Really?
My father, he was a different kind of African father.
He sure was.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't beat me at all. He probably should have, but he ain't beat me at all. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandfather beat his older brother, my uncle, so badly and so much that he ran away from home. He became a big, famous high life musician. And, never came home until the weekend that my grandfather died. And so I think my grandma was always very, she was very intentional with my father to be like, never do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that destroyed.
That impacted him.
Yeah, that f***ed our family up. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
You know what I'm saying?
We got out.
It's you up. I'm already knowing.
Yeah. I had a brother that tried to run away. My dad caught him and whooped him in front of everybody. In front of the whole street. It was this runaway stuff. That was stuff that you saw on TV.
You get beat for running away. You tried to run away?
This was outside. This was outside in the front.
Yeah,
yard
sure.
Of everybody.
Sure. But in where I lived, 920 West Lakeside is still there. Every time I'm in Chicago, I drive by my old neighborhood all the time. In that building, man, everybody got whooped. We had Russians, Polish, because we have the most Polish people outside of Warsaw in Chicago.
Word.
We have
Oh, yeah, we
Pulaski
do,
Day
we do.
on March
Yeah,
1st.
yeah.
So we know about Polish food. And so everybody's parents whooped their kids in the lobby.
Yeah.
You just hearing it.
You see Korean, and I know, this is how I know what mother stop means in Korean. Oma, hajima, hajima. My buddy Hank was getting his whooped, and his mother was like, he's going, Oma, hajima, hajima. I said, yo, Hank, what is Oma, hajima? I said, it means mother stop. This is, so everybody, all the,
You must have heard it a lot if you
we
remember.
all got beat up. All our parents, you got in trouble. Everybody watched each other's kids. Like, they all knew each other in the building. It was fantastic, man.
I wonder what your experience is like. I've always wanted to ask this because your mom's white, European, right? And you grew up in Chicago. Did you get made fun of? Did people know that your father was African? Because I know for me, being in the Akbar, you get to make fun of. We told the story a lot of times, right? But was that your experience, or could you hide behind the fact that you were biracial?
I wanted to go back for a second. You
Okay, go
said
ahead.
my parents' relationship.
Yeah, that's right.
No, my parents have an amazing relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my mother is incredibly educated and worldly. She met my dad in Nigeria.
That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean? So she was at Woodstock. She's a hippie. So she went to Nigeria making drums, like doing pottery, just like in Ibadan, and met my dad there.
Yeah, that's insane. Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And so they both equally, you know what I mean, taught me so many things. And my mother's like very rebellious, but dedicated her life to helping people, to serving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She worked in Chicago public schools as a physical therapist for kids with like multiple sclerosis and
Okay.
Down syndrome.
Selfless.
And, you know what I'm saying? In the hood schools, all
That's no
throughout the
joke.
South Side. You know what I mean?
That is you come out tough. Yo.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, under-resourced schools and just families that are spread thin. I mean, got kids that are special needs but already don't have the resources to care for their other children. You know what I'm saying? So, so I think I learned a lot from that. Maybe learned a lot of empathy, compassion for people. Now, as far as being biracial, being mixed race, I think I felt it more potently when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because I could sense or feel being ostracized, and I spent more time in the home. And as I came into adolescence, I just realized that the world treated me as a black boy, to become a black man. And so in many ways, like my experience outside of my home, it's just a black experience. You know what I'm saying? And I had
So a lot of
white-
your friends didn't know that your father was from Ghana.
My friends know.
Your friends
you know what
know,
I'm saying?
okay,
But like the police, you know what I'm saying?
I think his mom is white. You can go.
They never knew. They was just,
We thought you had a black mother.
you know what I'm saying? Stop, I'm one of you. It didn't work.
Wait a minute, I think his mom is white. I'm not sure. I'll be right back. Test it out. Him up anyway.
Oh man, you know, so, yeah, it's interesting, man. The whole, you know what I mean, that the whole biracial thing. It's like, I feel like as you come into adulthood, which, as we were saying earlier, black boys are treated like adults by society so young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That by the time you're 11, 12 years old, you're a target of the police. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's asking me if I'm half white. You know what I'm saying? So in a lot of ways, my experience is largely my black experience, different from another black experience, but black people are obviously not a monolith. I do think that in time, though, being of mixed race flipped in my mind from being a source of pain to being a source of strength, in that I can communicate with different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know how to talk to white people. I'm like, I actually know you. I know you don't think I do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't look like it. Like, I really know y'all
My uncles be wearing Teva sandals with the, you know what I mean, the straps and the toes out, socks. You know what I'm saying? Like glasses with ropes on the back. I'm like, fam, I know you for real. You know what I'm saying?
On the top of the Subaru.
I didn't realize that
Hatchback vehicles. Yo, my mom drives a hatchback now. She still has a hatchback. She will never get rid of her
Nothing
hatchback.
like a hatchback.
He said, "Come on, mom." I had. You go, mom. Like, come on, mom. Let me take care of you. Let me get rid of that hatchback. Give me the hatchback.
I had a hatchback.
I'm like, Mom, take care of me. Let me drive your hatchback.
Yo, cops leave you. When I had a Fiat in New York, no cops bothered me. That was meep.
Yeah.
They didn't bother me. It's when you have the big
when you got the
Escalade. But when you
tinted
got a Fiat, they're
windows
like,
and you
you
got
can
the
have
goddamn-
cocaine in the hatchback. Oh, that's sugar. It's granulated. Confectionate.
Yeah, you know, my wife is biracial, and I didn't really understand the complexity of it until, you know, being married and just kind of hearing her, you know, experience. And, you know, I know I wonder if you've experienced that, you know, in certain circles, you know, she's not accepted as one, in other circles, she's not accepted as the other. And so it kind of left, and my pastor from San Diego was the same way. He kind of explained that. And I was like, man, because my experience was different. And to your point, you know, black is not a monolith, right? What was your experience? Did you wrestle with that at all? You know, with a very, you know, Ghanaian father, a white mom, you're going out, you live in you know, and for this conversation, you know, in a Black American, you know, neighborhood, like, how did you manage all of that, and what did that do for you?
Man, you know, growing up in Chicago, on the south side of Chicago, is a very singular experience. My father always said he wanted me to be raised on the south side of Chicago, so I understood the truth about America. You know what I'm saying? It's like the disparity between the haves and have-nots is so blatantly apparent. Like, I'm across the street from constant drug dealing. You know, they always making a bird call, throwing something out the window, get killed on the corner, like on that corner. Projects is about 5 blocks that way, notorious projects, 4-6. They always was at war with Chief Keef and them.
Chief Keef.
Obama's right there.
Obama's
5 blocks.
Hyde Park.
Obama's 5 blocks this way. I literally am on the line between Hyde Park and the low end.
Yeah.
You know
Wait, hold on. Where's Obama? Because
Obama's 5, but I'm in Hyde Park. I mean, I'm from Hyde Park, but my street is actually considered the line. I mean,
And the ministers.
the Minister
the
Farrakhan
boss,
is
Farrakhan's
2 blocks away from
2
me.
blocks, yeah.
I mean, Minister Farrakhan's house is 2 blocks away from me. So I think, like, in totality, it was just a complex, layered experience. You know what I'm saying? And I'm African, so I'm having an African experience in the home. I'm eating African food. I'm listening to African music. My mom's white, so I'm also getting a white experience in the home. She's putting goddamn baby bok choy and gumbo.
You got fufu and bok choy. You got
Goosey and raisins.
She's an amazing cook. She's putting all kind of miscellaneous vegetables go in
In a
things.
casserole.
Did you say miscellaneous?
Miscellaneous vegetables. I mean,
Miscellaneous
we made some Ghanaian stew, and she got my dad fully on board with it by this point. I mean, they 40 years in, so we made some Ghanaian.
40
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We made some.
Yeah.
We did some Ghanaian groundnut stew over the holidays.
Yeah.
And they just insisted on putting leeks in it. You know what I mean? Like, they just had to put leeks in it. And my dad's like, yeah, the leeks, they are good inside of this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
I'm telling you, it's gonna be good.
You've been here a long time, because she's got you.
Put the leeks in.
She got you fighting to put the leeks in the Omochuo, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, so it's
There's
just
a goosey casserole.
and a goosey. It's just a unique experience. But also, my parents are very,
cool.
very politically educated, very educated in general.
Yeah.
Period. Very
Yeah.
cultural,
That's dope.
Yeah. That's dope.
culturally, worldly. Have been all over the world, very educated. And outside is Chicago, South Side of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And so it's all those things at once. It's the minister and the Nation of Islam,
yes.
and, you know, powerful black movements that have originated in this 5 block radius. And Barack Obama, the first black president, you know what I'm saying, who is of a similar racial composition.
Yeah.
But also the projects, you know what I'm saying? Also, Bronzeville is historic black area full of like history of black artists, musicians, jazz musicians, and gang banging, and you know what I mean?
You ever get a chance to meet Barack Obama?
Barack, man, no, I didn't, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a camp counselor at a hood summer camp on the corner of Barack Obama Street.
It's great.
And you know what I'm saying? I was bad as hell.
Get in line, everybody get in line.
I was like 13.
He was like 9, I'm like 13. I'm selling weed like a mother, but I make amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's so Chicago. I leave there, I just go bust a serve, you know? Like they literally had the wrong person like mentoring them children. You know what I'm saying? It was a cool
What'd you tell the kids?
That's incredible.
I mean, you know, I'm like, get your money by any means necessary.
Man, one of them kids is my kids, man. Yo.
They grew up good.
They grew up good.
One of my little homie McKinley, he doing real
that's
good. He got a
mad funny.
nonprofit organization.
I was in day camp. I was in day camp, so it's just funny because we got camp counselors. They weren't that much older than you.
They
was like, "Yo, get in line, yo, get in line. Yo, get your sandwiches over there." And you're like, "Something's up with this dude."
Yeah. No, I never met Barack though, man. But I ran from the police through his backyard one time.
Are you serious?
Before he was president, though. Before he was president.
a
So I'm
community
walking back. I was a
organizer.
graffiti writer when I was a kid. That was my thing. But I was also 12. You know what I mean? Or 13.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not allowed to be outside at 3 a.m. So I'm walking back. The police, they used to always sit in the alley next to this synagogue that's across the street from Barack Obama's house. And you know, the moment they see me, I'm all of 5 feet. So they flash the light. I just, you know what I'm saying? Take off in the Barack Obama's backyard. I'm climbing on the mother fence, you know? So when he became president, I was like, yeah.
So, what's your Barack? Well, do your Barack. Do your Barack.
Well, Vic, I actually remember that. Sasha Malia was asleep, and then I looked outside and I saw you, and I said, Michelle, come look at this guy right here.
That's not bad. That's not
That's
bad.
good. It
Pretty
is good.
athletic.
Not bad.
Pretty athletic. I want to get you to maybe come work with me at the White House. How's that? Thank you, everybody.
I
Thank you.
thought that was so
Thank-
bad. It's so terrible.
Thank you. I told you already.
That
now.
was a terrible, but I swear it's so
Trump,
bad.
keep talking now, and I'm gonna put you on the south side of Chicago, and you know what they're gonna do to you there now. All right? Keep talking, Vic.
I'm so done with him. That was pretty. I'll give you some dap on that. That was pretty good. That wasn't a bad Obama.
Thank you, everybody.
All
Thank
right
you.
already.
Thank you, everybody.
Impersonations forever, right?
I think
He's so good.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Were you just born with this ability or what,
I
man?
was doing Ali when I was 4 or 5. My
Word,
relatives,
okay.
My uncle Emmanuel would come from Nigeria. He'd be like, "Do Muhammad Ali, I'll give you $1. And I'd be like, "I'm fast, I'm pretty. I told you, Joe Frazier's too ugly to be the champ. I'm the greatest." Oh yeah, I was doing it early. But I didn't think I was gonna be a comedian.
Right.
I thought I was gonna be an astronaut, baseball, all the other until like 3rd year in college. That's when I was like, I think I want to do this.
So how long?
But I
does
was
it
always
ta-
able
how
to
long,
imitate. My brother was.
How long does it take you to study your subject?
It can be 2 seconds. I can just
Okay,
go.
do Vic.
Do Vic?
Yeah, do Vic.
Yo, yeah.
That's crazy.
So, my dad and my mother, I was like, that.
Oh my goodness! It's like you're like a constant, like
do
you're
him too. I can
recording
do him too.
everybody.
I want to ask you a question. So as the
I am not about to fight him.
knowing your family, you're black, your mother's white, and at the time, because my wife's biracial. So what was it like? Go through that process.
He said, "Go through that." He said, "Go through that process." Walk me through the.
Okay. But I could always just, if I see I can get somebody, I go, okay, I think I can do it.
I think it's like singing. Like I honestly think it's like singing. It's a different talent of singing because you can pick up, even like when I'm trying to imitate something and he'll correct me and his corrections will be right because he's picking on different tones. I see kind of a general imitation and I go, all right, cool. I'm just going to do my version of it. But he gets it, I mean, even to the mannerisms, to where when you were doing the Barack, what's different than mine is you do the facial expression.
Because he'll be like,
he'll do like the,
This guy, he does a lot of that. He does a lot of, you just gotta, you gotta be patient. There's a thing, he has a rhythm to his when he has a thought.
Right.
And like Trump, everyone goes, I told you, Trump doesn't always do that. Yeah. Trump's like this, I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. I mean, we gotta really, there's a tired Trump.
Yeah.
He's like, I think it's beautiful. I think it's great. Yeah. And his dementia kicks in too. He's like, but the building, do you see the building? I'm making a really beautiful building. And he goes off topic. They're like, what about the negotiation? I have a very great ballroom. Have you seen the ballroom? It's great. It's fantastic. But it's a shame what happened to him. It really is a shame. What? he just tangents.
Yeah, he just
but
goes
I find those subtleties. I find subtleties. And so that's where, like, when you find him, and then Trump is from New York. So he has a Queens accent. When he goes sad, he goes, it's very sad. He says sad.
Shit.
He doesn't say sad. He says sad. It's sad. So bad. You're so bad. You're so sad. It's the Queens accent. You hear it.
It's so good, man.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's so good at that.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's talk about Mansa Musa. A lot of people don't know about Mansa Musa, and you actually named your son after him.
That's dope.
Why did you do that?
I named my son Mansa Musa Mensah. I had that name. Yeah.
Can you say that fast, by the way? Because that's a tongue twister. I was trying to say it, and I was trying. Mansa Mensa.
Mansa Musa.
Can you say it? You say it fast.
Mansa Musa Mensa. Mansa Musa Mensa. Mansa Musa Mensa.
Yeah, you're gonna have to say it with the Barack pacing in order to get it. Mansa Musa Mensa.
You could not wait to do your dumb Barack.
Mansa. Don't listen to him. All right, go ahead. Your son.
Yeah, I had my son's name for the last 10 years. And I wanted to give him a powerful name. Yeah. Mansa Musa being not only history's wealthiest man, but also a Muslim. I practice Islam. And to me, a symbol of education and architecture and just African greatness, Yeah. Like Mansa Musa was building universities in Timbuktu when Europe was in the Dark Ages. You know what I'm saying? Like Mansa Musa's entire existence is the personification of everything that they say Africa is not. That Africa has not contributed, to history. Because that's a necessary part of the exploitation of our resources, and to steal our, they gotta say, man, y'all ain't got shit anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all ain't got nothing worth stealing.
When did you learn about him?
When I learned about Mansa Musa, man, I'm not sure, but I know I've had my son's name for like 10 years, so I must have known.
With Mansa Musa, I didn't know about him until 7-8 years ago, and that was the first time I'm like, what? Really? There was a man that rich?
Yeah,
and
richest man ever.
Ever. I start looking it up, and then that kind of really put something inside of me like, wait, who else is out there that was close to it? Maybe you weren't number one, but who's number 2 and 3, and built that. But what did you learn about him that goes, this is it. I want to carry that legacy and allow people to know what this name is. And what does the name mean?
Mansa is king, you know what I'm saying? So he was King Musa, basically. You know what I'm saying? And on Mansa Musa's pilgrimage to Mecca, he stopped through Cairo, basically made it rain with gold, to the point that he tanked Cairo's economy for 12 years. Went to Mecca, he was giving away so much wealth, like so generous. Was picking up Islamic scholars and architects along the way to bring them back to enrich his people, you know what I'm saying? And largely spread his empire like through trade and was a very generous emperor, you know what I mean? And obviously, being that it's the 1300s, you know, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's going down. But I was just inspired by these untold stories of Africa's history.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean, like a grandiose, massively impactful history. I mean, Mansa Musa's pilgrimage to Mecca is the single most influential event in the creation of our modern world because he literally put Africa on the map. There's a 13th century map called the Catalan Atlas where there's an image of Mansa Musa sitting there holding a big piece of gold. And that's what made white people be like, where's that? You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Like,
Wow.
we must find him, you know what I mean? You know, obviously that didn't work out well for us.
Right.
Once they did. But, you know, sometimes I think the creator has a master plan, you know? Perhaps like all of this that African people have experienced for this last 800 years is to create this reality where we're spread across the globe, you know, and currently under the heel still, you know what I'm saying, but are on every corner of the planet and the most culturally impactful group on the planet. And inshallah, a lot of stars align and, you know what I'm saying?
Inshallah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what?
When'd you,
sorry.
I was gonna say, when'd you convert to Islam?
Like 5 years ago?
5 years ago?
Yeah.
What led to your conversion?
Man, I got an attorney that I work with who's a Muslim. He was so disciplined, you know what I'm saying? And we'd be in the middle of weed parties, you know what I'm saying? Because he was my attorney in the weed industry. And it's like bottles and bottle girls and all this happened. And he'd be like, I gotta go pray. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, who's this guy that's like getting up to go pray?
Five times a day.
Yeah, he's not like partaking in any of he's in this industry, you know what I'm saying? Like he's in the same world as me.
No.
But every time we meet, he's breaking to go pray and he's like disciplined, you know what I'm saying? And so that really inspired me. But I also grew up as a disciple of Malcolm X.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Reading Malcolm X and
Okay.
I grew up near Farrakhan. I grew up with the Black Stones, a Muslim
Stone Rangers,
street gang.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of my big homies were always Muslims. And Islam was like all around me, you know, in many ways.
Was your father Muslim, mom Muslim?
No, my pop's not Muslim, but we're from a place called the Zongo. It's like predominantly Muslim slums, West African slums. They got, I mean, I think they have Zongos in Nigeria too. Zongo is just like a generalized label for you know, these slums that are like historically Muslim. So it's a lot of Muslims in our like in our village, basically, you know what I'm saying? A lot of Muslims in my neighborhood in Chicago.
Yeah.
You know,
My pops, he's not really religious though.
Budweiser, back in the day when I was little, Budweiser used to have a Black History Month thing for African kings. And they would have these photos of Queen Nzinga, all those.
Yeah, that's hard.
Budweiser used to do it. And we'd be like, is that real? Is that true? We'd literally be doubting it. And they would have all the kings and the royalties of Africa every year. Budweiser presents African, and we'd be like, oh, because it's Budweiser.
Budweiser.
So it's like, is this real? In Mansa, it was all of them. Queen Nzinga,
wild.
all these warrior queens and African kings that ran stuff way back, pharaohs, and we were like, oh, okay, but it was Budweiser, so we was like,
The fact that we even have to ask that is it real?
Because they lied to us so much
that you can't even believe.
We
like,
couldn't
it's
even
almost like
believe
in the
suppressed
AI
it.
right now. Like, you know, you
Yeah.
see so much fake stuff, you don't even know what
Is
you're
that
saying.
real?
So when you
It's
see it, you
suppressed, that
question
history.
it. Yeah.
yeah, you're just like, oh, word? Because the way they showed Africa, you know, even as Nigerian kids in America, the way they showed Africa, we'd be like, Dad, is there like a, because people make fun of you, I bet you be chasing lions and monkeys. And I was like, my dad, my father's like, don't listen to them. They have a car. You see, we driving cars. It's like, you see people are poor down the street in Chicago. There are people not eating.
Yeah.
That's what my father be laughing. And, you know, in our head, we're like, no, for real. Do we chase lions? Because, you know, when Chicago making fun of you, man, you be like,
but you know
might
that,
be right.
you know those.
That's why you swinging from vines. Shut up,
Your
Chicago
dad.
get under your skin though, because Chicago so creative with
They
the way
so creative with the like. At
the
least,
way they make
at least
fun
I
of
got
you.
clothes, dog. I got. Wait, Dad.
Right. But you know what your dad did? Your dad did something my dad did, because, you know, there's this image that, you know, Africa, poor.
Yeah, yes, all these
and my
shows.
dad would say the same thing, there are poor people here.
Yeah.
And I will never forget the very first time my dad took me to Skid Row. I thought we were poor. And then I go Skid Row. I had never seen it. We just grew up in,
Skid
you know, in
Row
my
is
little,
like a
in
Thriller
the Crenshaw
video.
district. That was it. I just stayed where we were. And when he took me to Skid Row, which wasn't far from the house, I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness. And I remember my dad going to buy donuts.
He was like, we rich.
Yeah. And my dad bought 50 dozens of donuts, also Muslim, and it was part of his, you know, like his celebration, and he was going out and passing it out. And I just remember seeing, and I'm just going, that event changed my life. But as also too, that's not something that they're showing over in Africa.
No.
You won't see, you know, wide pictures of, you know, Skid Row, you know, to paint the picture of California
America.
or of America. You will never see it. You know, they'll come here and it's a great shock. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's because Americans, you know, control the narrative largely.
Oh, well, on the South Side, you know, you talking about South Side. We're on the North Side. All they would say today on the news, there was a shooting on the South Side. There was another shooting on the South Side. On the South Side, there was a shooting. Someone's been stabbed on the South Side. On the West Side and the South Side, more stabbings. Now sports. There's been another stabbing while the sports was going on the South Side. So think about North Side. We'd be like, yo, I'm not going to the South Side. But we had gangbangers around our. But I was like, that sounds so violent. And so when I got to University of Illinois, you know, girls I was dating all lived on the South Side. They went to Whitney Young. They went to Lindblom and Kenwood. So I was starting to go to the South Side. So my boy Mark, like I said, my boy Mark, he was like, yo, come to my house. Da-da-da-da. I said, I'm going to the South Side. Damn.
Get
All
ready.
right, man, Pill Hill is a black area of doctors. The nicest neighborhoods. I was in my other boy's place, Steve Dudley. He's in a mansion in the South Side. His father's Tuskegee Airman lineage.
Oh, wow.
She's a surgeon. Elevators in his house.
Damn.
Black people. Now, I mean, you know, you've been to the blue collar.
Elevators in the crib.
In the
before you
crib.
get that next
we went to Freaknik with him. He had a drop top Beamer, black, all black. I'm around Jack and Jill. My girl I was dating was Jack and Jill. Elite black.
Duh.
I'm like, nice. This is North Side mentality. I go, what the hell? It's like that everywhere. There's some nice places, and then you go to some white places, broke as hell over there.
Canaryville.
Yes, there's black, like excellence and bourgeois, but the news would be like, there's a stabbing, another stabbing, and I'm on the South Side hanging out like with educated black folks, and I learned to not celebrate when I was on the South Side. The first girl I dated, I was like on the Wild 104th and Rhodes. I'm like, her father's like, so, young man, this is, do you celebrate Independence Day? I go, yeah, no. We celebrate Louis Armstrong's birthday here. We celebrate. So I learned that on the South Side. Yeah. He's like, Independence Day is not for us. This is when I'm going to the South Side. I'm learning all this knowledge now. So now I'm starting to read book at being on the South Side of Chicago.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Mansa Musa, go real quick. Did you hear about Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan getting ready to do a flick on that?
Yeah, I'm excited for that, man. I got the song, the perfect song for the theme song. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got the perfect. So if y'all watching this, I got the perfect track for the theme song.
All right. Have you been in? You get your people get in contact with their people?
Yeah, working on it.
Yeah, working on it. Okay, all right. That's pretty.
Because your style,
I can't wait to see that.
Your style of music has been like different because you've done some really edgy, eclectic, Do you have
Always mixing it up.
Yeah, do you,
always.
You ever heard of Ben Harper?
I have heard of
Ben
I
Harper,
don't know
he's
if I know Ben
look,
Harper.
he's a musician that was very, you couldn't really categorize him. Black dude, biracial guy he did soul, he did folk music. You never could, and that's what you were reminding me of. I go, he's hip hop, but not really, because I've seen you do one where you're dressed as in some makeup, some wild with rock, and so you don't have a category. Do you have a categorization? Because when you say Vic Mensa, you don't think hip hop necessarily. You think just you're different genres of music.
I feel like hip hop is a lens through which I view the world. You know what I'm saying? But what I make of it is gonna be me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hip hop is an overall sensibility. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm making something out of nothing. You know, kind of making things your own. I feel like if you sample anything you sample, you rap on it. You know what I'm saying? You put a certain kind of drums on it, a certain cadence. It's hip hop.
Yeah.
Even just the video could make it hip hop. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. I noticed that. I was like, yeah, he's different. He's like,
Yeah, you tapped in, man. Like I was looking at one of your videos, and you're in Senegal, and you're in front of this beautiful statue.
That's the largest, that's the tallest statue actually in Africa.
Tallest statue. What's the name of it? I had it in my
Highest
neck. Huh?
is it?
Yeah,
That's not the one with the man.
It is.
with
It is.
the
with the child.
Monument of African Renaissance, I think.
Yeah.
Big.
Oh, that motherfucker is raw.
Yeah, you would. Yeah,
It's the one with the
African
dude
Yeah,
holding
he's
the
it's a
child.
and
So
he's
I
got.
made
and he's got-
myself, I made me, my girl, and my baby morph into that statue.
It was so
the
dope,
video.
man.
Is
Like,
it that big?
it's massive.
big,
I mean, it made you.
I mean, it's
tiny.
on top of a hill, so that's why it's the highest statue. It's not
It
necessarily.
almost looks like
the tallest.
intimidating. It's so big.
Oh, it's fire though. It's ill. I met the dude who was the architect for it too, from
Man, I
Gabon.
want to go see that.
Oh, really?
It's amazing.
Really,
OG
really.
from Gabon.
So did you see it first and then say, I gotta go do a video there. I'm gonna replicate this. Like, what inspired that whole thing?
Yeah, man. You know, I found out that my family is actually from the Sahel, like from that area, Burkina Faso, Senegal, Mali. I didn't know. I just wanted to name my son, Mansa Musa. I always had this fixation with Mansa Musa. And then my father told me that actually his grandfather was named Kamara. And he had been searching for the origin of that name throughout his life. And he came to find out that the Kamara were from the north of Ghana. And that they had migrated there from Mali. And so the Kamara, I met a descendant of the Keita family, which is the clan that Mansa Musa belonged to, that are ruling clan in Mali.
In
And
Mali,
so
because he's from Mali. Yeah.
I met him in Minneapolis. Actually, he's a scholar, professor of African history. And he was like, the Kamara are the ones that own the land. And the Keitas are the rulers of the land. The Kamara own the land. So I found that out, just like divine alignment. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I gotta go shoot this video in Senegal.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there's some controversy too around that. I think maybe more the Western world and, you know, the father holding out, you know.
What you talking about, the statue?
The statue,
I think
yeah.
the controversy was that he had like Korean workers build it or something.
Oh, is that? Oh,
But I mean, I was talking to him, he was like, I needed this built a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I needed this to look a certain way. So I got the craftsman that
whoever can build it.
I got the craftsman that could do this, how it was supposed to look. You don't see statues like that all around all around Africa. You know what I mean? You don't see that. And so, you know, I'm not mad at him. He did what he had to do, you know what I'm saying?
How's Vic Mensa raising his son? Like
Raising my son, man?
Yeah, how are you raising your son?
Man, I think a lot about implanting positive self-talk into my son. You know what I'm saying? Just being somebody that's dealt with so much depression throughout my life and having my son to be this blank slate in so many ways. So I'm constantly just speaking like affirmations, and I wake him up and tell him certain things that I tell myself, like, you're powerful beyond measure, and my purpose is stronger than my fear. I attract exactly what I need because I expect nothing less. Like ideas of just faith, self-belief, you know what I mean? I just whisper them into his ear constantly. You know, I have ironclad faith in myself. I have unshakable confidence in myself. You know what I mean? Because I want him to grow having these seeds planted in his mind, like this is what he knows to be true, is that he has ironclad faith in himself and his abilities. You know what I'm saying? Because the world will chip away at you, especially as a young black child, man. The world is constantly reinforcing insignificance in the minds of black children, at best, and at worst, ideas of being evil. You know what I'm saying? Like the world is telling a black boy, you are bad. You are wrong, you are a threat, you are a criminal. And so I have to be conscious about planting seeds in my son's mind of just being powerful, you know what I mean?
You know, that's so challenging that you're saying that, because just as you're saying that, I'm reflecting as you're speaking on how I raised my sons. And one of the things that kind of reinforces inferiority or being dangerous is this wrestle between how do I prep, especially having one that is older, driving, going to work and everything like that. And like, hey man, if you get pulled over, in one sense, you got to have that talk and prepping him for how he may be perceived. And in having that conversation, it also kind of preps the mind that, oh, I might be a threat, or I'm considered less than, or this person may not give you this service because of that. That to me that kind of reinforces that. So how do you undo that? How do you undo that?
Man, I mean, my he's a little baby. So I'm not to that point. I ain't telling him about the police yet.
Yeah,
I did throw
building
away I threw away his goddamn police toys though.
Oh yeah,
he had a Paw Patrol.
Yeah,
he had a Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol out?
He had a little car, like he got a set of cars that came with a police car. I let him rock for a little while, but eventually I threw them. I was throwing in the motherfucking gutter because I'm like, yeah, ain't no goddamn.
Did you do it in front of him, or did you say wait till you go to bed and then you're like, oh, I don't know where
I snuck out. I snuck out with the motherfuckers and threw them right in the gutter. But I took a video of myself on my girl's phone, so she came to me like, man, what is this video? I forgot I even made the Cause they be trying to goddamn propaganda. They be trying to get the kids to propaganda, bruh. They're like, oh yeah, cops, they're nice dogs, and to them cop dogs, they bite your motherfucker.
Word.
I can't
Canine Patrol.
You know what I'm saying? I can't let Paw Patrol try to goddamn pacify my son. He gotta know police dogs are not your friends.
And what's funny is dogs are colorblind. But they always seem like, they want like to attack black people. No, you just sick them when you see black people. Because dogs are literally colorblind.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So what'd you think about Speed and his African tour? It was massive, and I think it's opened up
he's still
so
going,
much.
too.
Yeah, he's still going?
He just Ghana. He just got the naming thing. He did the naming.
He did Nigeria, Ghana now. He did Senegal.
He did Algeria, Morocco.
Speed's tour is single-handedly undoing a massive amount of propaganda.
Damn right.
In the minds of so many, not just the youth either, like just in the minds of so many American people.
Yeah.
I see elder black people, I see younger, I see white kids saying similar things that, I didn't know everyone wasn't in loincloths running from baboons, which sounds ridiculous, but also, man, Americans are not educated
at all.
They are able to keep this massive finesse going because Americans are not educated. Americans not only don't have education, they have constant propaganda that is anti-intellectual, force-fed to them.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that so many facets of American culture, conservatives, MAGA, they laugh at facts. They make alternative facts. They laugh at science. They deny science. We had a goddamn global pandemic, and the distrust of government in conjunction with distrust of academia, in conjunction with distrust of science, made it so is fighting tooth and nail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To not get a vaccine for a global pandemic. You got Herman Cain, you know what I mean? Herman Cain like, yo, man, COVID ain't real. He go to the goddamn thing, dapped his up,
Done.
Final dap.
Yeah, it was his final.
Yeah.
The last dap.
You think anything will come from like speed going around, and like, do you think that will galvanize people who are like our people from around the world to come to Africa? Like, do you think that generates more in tourism? Do you think that generates more in business? Obviously, it's opened people's eyes, but sometimes your eyes can be open, and
But it's
then you're still
big, though.
doing
I mean,
nothing.
it's very, like
Yeah.
the viewership, streaming is an entirely different beast.
Yeah.
So the amount of people that have seen very clearly, directly, almost a firsthand account of the glory of Africa is a huge amount of people. Like
And he just
that's
hit
pretty
50 million subscribers.
That's like
He just hit 50
that's
million subscribers.
unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? It's
Wow.
almost like they're traveling with him.
Yeah, it's
if you
insane.
watch somebody go through a whole continent, and some of these kids are probably watching him like 5-10 hours a day. You know, it's
And they're
almost
like,
like
I
they're
want to do that. I want to do that.
They're
And he just
experiencing
turned 20 in
Africa with
Africa.
them. And he went
21. He
all
just
the
turned
different
21 in Africa. And what's cool is when he was in Egypt, it was really funny because he was like, because he's so curious. You know, he'd be like this, yo, how come they all got all the noses are shot off? What's up with that? How come their noses are shot off?
Oh yeah, he asking all the
and
questions.
and she literally lied.
lying.
It's a corrosion. He goes, just the nose though? Yo, something ain't just the nose. I love
And
it.
she was like,
that,
she said it's the weakest point of the structure.
It was his reactions.
Yeah.
You know, being in Egypt, questioning why
Yeah,
the
and they
nose
was
is shut
lying.
off, hearing how foolish the examples and hearing how foolish the reasons that they give for why the statues
Them
have
Arab
no nose.
Egyptians lying.
I mean, so much racism. You know what I mean?
The
So
Arab
much
is that there's
anti-black
they're
racism
black because
in North Africa.
The lead,
we know that.
The lead historian there, they always go to this. Oh, he goes because I've been to Egypt. He's like they're black because they're not black. They're just because they're. And I was like, yo, y'all, the Arabs didn't come till the 630 A.D. They didn't come to Egypt until later. And if you see the Nubians, they black people.
Yeah.
The original, they black.
And so Speed being there,
Yeah.
Speed being there and experiencing it firsthand, asking why the statue
Amazing.
has no nose and receiving stupid responses and just kind of looking crazy.
I love. He's like this.
It plants a
Word.
seed of doubt.
Doubt, right.
And it was so funny. It's like just they nose. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, right.
Same way when he was in Botswana, and you know he's in Botswana, which is the world's #1 diamond producer, and being told by the people of Botswana that he can't purchase the diamonds because their contract only allows them to sell it to De Beers. He's like, so what you mean I'm in the #1 diamond producer and I can't buy no diamond? Oh, that's weird.
Remember the dude that showed him a diamond? It's like, yo, this a diamond?
It's like literally eroding the colonial myth because that's how they keep the thing going is by like these contracts and these false histories.
Because now it's going to create people to start looking at, well, why can't you buy diamonds? And so once you start, because I started
why is the nose gone?
Yeah,
You know
you've
what
been
I'm saying?
putting me
'Cause
up on
nobody's
so
buying
much
that
game,
answer.
and like just like listening to and learning from Godfrey. Like I'm starting looking, I'm going, wait, you mean to tell me and like to start having this? Like I'm sitting here, a grown man, I'm twice his age, and I'm going, wait, you can't like, why are we just now finding out you can't buy diamonds from the actual source for the actual place? To your point, not educated. You know what I mean? We're not educated here in America. So we wanted to honor you, man. We had our Chef Timmy.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Chef
Some
Timmy.
Ghanaian food here. So we wanted to make sure we did it right. All right.
He's like, I got time.
Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Some red rice and peas.
Okay.
The sauteed onions and bell pepper sauce.
Wow.
Fried fish, plantains, and the shito for that
Oh,
cake.
you got the shit though. Let's
Oh, you know about that?
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
You can find me on IG.
Don't be nervous.
Okay.
Instagram. It's Mayawa Kitchen LA. And then I also
Mayawa?
Maiwa Kitchen, LA.
Mayawa Kitchen, LA.
The food is so good, man.
Wow,
The food
this
is
is-
so good.
Yo.
have my restaurant downtown. Downtown LA.
Downtown
Yeah, you gotta be
LA.
specific. People are
This is
dumb.
good
Where?
shit, though.
Right. Downtown
Downtown
LA, baby.
in Iowa?
Yes, sir.
Stupid.
Glad you like it. I'll let you guys enjoy.
Oh man. Hold on. What kind of fish is this?
Grilled mackerels.
Oh, okay.
That's a big old mackerel.
Fried.
Oh, right. Hey, I heard you speak out as we just crushing this, man. This is good.
Yeah.
I heard you speak out about Donald Trump bombing Nigeria. Your thoughts on Donald Trump bombing Nigeria?
Yeah, Trump's not going to bomb Nigeria to help them.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because you see, oftentimes people get clouded and blinded by their pain.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of infighting in Nigeria. Those lines were drawn by the British intentionally because the Hausas and the Yorubas and the Igbos, they don't all get along, man. You know what I'm saying? Just they probably shouldn't have been one state in the first place. They probably shouldn't have all been in one nation in the first place. Like, a lot of the borders in Africa were drawn to keep those new nations in a state of perpetual conflict.
Divide and conquer.
You know what I'm saying? Keep them in conflict by making them fight over the same political power, maybe empower one group. I don't know that much about the history of Nigeria, but weren't the Hausas were empowered politically at the kind of detriment of other groups at times?
Biafra.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why my parents left.
And so, you know, there's long-standing tribal differences and conflict that I'm sure everybody feels justified in their position. But at the end of the day, like, America is not going to come bomb you so that you can end up on top.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever seen Iraq? Have you ever seen Iraq in the 80s?
No.
Like, images of Iraq and other places in the Middle East in the 80s, like before decades of United States bombs.
It was nice.
Man, it was flourishing. You know what I'm saying? You see like young people in colleges.
Young, hanging.
You know what I'm saying? And now all we see is, our imagination is just images of dilapidated buildings and the rubble left from tons of bombs.
Yeah,
And I know there were people cheering when the United States came.
Yeah.
Then they killed 1 million people. There were Iraqis cheering when the United States arrived, for sure.
Yeah.
Because Saddam Hussein was surely oppressing someone.
Yeah.
I don't know everything about him, and I've been actually told that I need to look further into good things that he was doing.
In his regime.
You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, he was an enemy of America, so he probably couldn't have been that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, America's allies are going to be generally the worst people on the planet.
Facts.
I mean, but they were cheering for the United States soldiers when they first came.
Yeah, because, you know, the bombing of Nigeria immediately went into a religious thing. You know, Trump protecting Christians and dropping bombs on it. And then, obviously, the circulation of conversation about, wait, was this about Muslims? Was this about Christianity? Was this about the rare earth minerals in Nigeria and being able to get access the northern part of Nigeria?
You know it's about the rare earth minerals. And you know it's because that northern part of Nigeria is the same people as Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
Yeah.
You think he's not, you going into their backyard without intentions of stopping their sovereignty? You know what I'm saying? And those Muslim groups like Boko Haram and others, they kill way more Muslims than they kill Christians. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're evil, for sure. They're evil men, but they kill far more Muslims than they kill Christians.
Yeah.
And goddammit, Trump don't give a fuck about Christianity. He care about Christianity, man. He on some grab about a bro. He don't care about religion, man.
Sure doesn't. He has spiritual advisors, which is hilarious. You ever see Trump praying with them? Oh. He's just like, hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up. Like,
you think Donald Trump says grace before he eats?
He's like this, eat.
That's how he says.
He's like, God, you took too long. I was so hungry.
He's not God-like. They're not following the teachings of Jesus.
At all.
I saw this video of G Herbo saying he wasn't going to get tricked out of his position. Like somebody was throwing up gang signs in front of him, trying to get him, kind of gaslighting him up. And I saw this and I was like, damn, man, it was kind of deep in that he had that much self-control. You were talking earlier about self-control. What'd you think of? Did you see that video? What'd you think about that?
Macy's or something, right? Like a department store,
I think he was at he was in a club and somebody was like, you know, throwing up signs in front of him, and he's like, I'm not about to get tricked out of my spot.
I mean, yeah, you gotta have self-control, man.
Have you experienced stuff like that? What do you think about his? Had you ever experienced anything like that?
It's easy to see that Herb has grown a lot, has matured. I mean, as he should, as we all have to. You know what I mean? Like, especially coming from a place where our egos are weaponized against us, man. It's like your ego is your greatest enemy, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, what sense does it make to have put in all this tireless work, ascended through your industries, and I mean, like, carved your name in the history books to give a fuck about a nigga throwing a gang sign?
Word.
What does that mean? Like, why would you ever? But when you're young, you know, the ego.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of just stay young mentally stunted, but that's more of a shame. I feel like it should be normalized for black men, even coming from the kinds of situations that G Herbo comes from, to give no f- about a throwing gang signs at them. So I'm glad that he, you know, would share something like that, though, because a lot of people look to him, a lot of people look up to him and respect his credibility.
Yeah.
To be like, okay,
He can do that. Yeah, if Herb can do it, I can do it.
know.
Yeah, you're doing something different too, man, which I love. You've decided to kind of take your music and your power into your own hands, man. An incredible artist, Grammy nominated, and you know, I know there was this video of you, this post of you, you know, kind of crying about like the emotions behind, you know, streaming, but also too you being, you know, now having your own independence. Like your music is now on your site. You own the masters now to your music, your new music coming out. What was that like? What's that transformation? And why were you crying? Like, what was the emotion that got you?
Streaming a hard deal, man. You know?
Because I don't understand it, because I'm not a musician, right?
Well,
like,
just
like,
think
how
about
does
it
that
this
work?
way. The current arrangement has everybody in this room thinking that music is worth $10 a month, all music ever. Because that's what we pay for it. I mean, you pay Spotify or Apple Music, $10, maybe $15.
Yeah, $12.99, whatever, yep.
A month for all the music ever made by anyone. How is that divvied up amongst all those people that made that music?
Yeah.
What does that equal?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we all remember the time when you like Jay-Z, so you went to
Buy the album.
Coconuts or Borders or
Yeah,
a mom and pop store and you bought his CD for $12.99.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you like Jay-Z or you like Slipknot or you like, you know, whatever you like, you go and you would buy that artist or that band's album for $10. Now you pay $10 for all albums ever. Who can be paying the price for that? Like who's paying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So let me ask this, because I don't
impacted by that?
understand how it works. Like, you know, it's a lot different than like, you know, pro contract or something like that. So let's just say, I'm going to use a big number. Let's say you get 10 million streams or 1 million streams, whatever it is. Like,
What do you
like
get?
how much does
cent?
an artist get from a million? Because 1 million to me sounds like a lot.
$1 million sounds like a large number, but
Yeah.
really 1 million streams is, I think it's like $4,000 to be split between all people involved.
Insanity.
So if you got
What?
a record label that oftentimes will be having like 85% of the master, so then they would have, what would 85?
So 10% of 4 is what? So that's 3,200, a little
There
over
ain't no
30.
goddamn money. You can't buy no.
What?
You can't pay rent with it. Not with 1 million streams. You can't pay rent with that.
No, that's why a lot of people,
You
you
know.
know La Russell?
Yeah,
La Russell is a
it's snapping.
independent rapper who really just said, forget the labels, I'm doing it on my own. He literally grassroots, does concerts in his backyard, right?
Yeah.
Changing the game.
And your new album, right? Your new album is that's all you.
Yeah, it was all director.
yeah.
So how does that work? So do you upload it on, so like you got to come straight to,
You go to my site.
you go to your site?
and Just buy it right there. You can listen to it.
Yeah, that's the way to
Save
do
it
it,
on
man.
your
Yeah, I'm on it. So you say, so you save it on your phone so you can listen to it whenever you want.
Product to people, man.
Right.
You know, because they are.
Is that how you moving? Is that how you moving forward now? From now on?
You know, for some projects, I mean, some projects I want to be available to the masses. You know what I'm saying? So different projects cost different amounts to make.
Yeah.
And also, like, streaming is the marketplace. You know what I mean? That's where people are listening to music. If it doesn't go on streaming to the masses, it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So if you want something to be heard by the masses, you go to streaming. I just think as artists, it's like, you know, we have to seek out, invent different avenues to feed our families. Because at the end of the day, can't nobody feed their family with, you know, $4,000 per million streams split between all involved parties, producers, samples, labels, managers.
I mean, because that math means there's nothing.
There's nothing left.
There's
You know
nothing
what I'm saying? Like, you got to do massive amounts of streams. You know what I mean? So I think it's finding new models, whatever that may be. You know what I mean? A$AP Rocky did a new thing recently that was real cool where he like partnered with an app called Built that lets people make a payment for his album and use that $15 towards like their rent or their light bill or something like that. You know what I mean? So just finding
creative ways,
whatever you got to do to figure it out to find a new avenue. Merchandise is always going to be something that artists can eat from.
Yeah.
Performances will always be something that artists can eat from. But at a base level, going from a time when you pay an artist $12 for their album to a time when you pay a corporation $12 for all albums ever, the artist is the only one that can lose.
Yeah.
You know, the consumer is gonna get the music. You know, but still gotta eat.
Yeah.
Goddamn red beans and you ain't gonna give me this for.
We are really throwing down on this.
I know, man.
I just
I'm
killed
sweating
it.
from you. I'm getting shiny. I'm like,
No, cause that shit
hey,
Hey, I never
tell us
get
about your other album.
I never get beat. I always eat my food. I
Yeah,
never
you
get
always
beat.
eat.
And he over there beating me out.
Akbar's like this. I'll wrap this up.
That shit just hitting different, bro.
All right, we got a little game for you, man.
You know what's so funny? Remember Juicy Smollett? You remember the two Nigerian
He
dudes?
said,
I met
juicy.
them one time.
I know
Is that
them.
right?
They're from Chicago.
You know them? Yeah, I met them.
Borderline is they're my buddies, and you know what's funny is when it happened. I hung out with them before that. We went to a Nigerian festival. We were in Chicago, and they were they're boxers.
They're probably in the gym, probably.
And so they work out, and so all of a sudden this thing happens. A few years later, this Jussie Smollett thing happens. And they said, yeah, there were two Nigerian guys. I mean, you probably know them. I go, all Nigerians know everybody. I go and they show their faces. I know them. That's Bola and his brother. I know them, and they got suckered into some real weird.
I was in the goddamn grocery store by my crib, and I meet a Nigerian dude, and he's like, man, I'm a trainer, man. I'm actually the one from the Jussie Smollett. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he's moving around.
He loves it. He loves
introducing himself to people. Yeah. Now, I just think it's so funny. It's the best thing ever. Like, because my dad, he had the theory that the Nigerian guys, they might have sold this idea to Jussie Smollett. They were like, your career is on the downturn. I can do some things for you. The industry has forgotten. We will make them remember.
That's facts, though. That's such a good. Oh my God.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh my goodness. Your pops really said that?
Yeah, man. Look, Nigerians are the premier finessers on the planet. I really don't know many broke Nigerians. I ain't gonna lie. In America, I ain't been to Nigeria. I'm sure they got a lot, but in America,
Hustle is.
I don't know.
man.
Nigerians they gonna find a way.
We'll find a way.
You know what I'm saying? To get some money, man. I was in the goddamn Pitchfork Festival. You got the
Yeah, baby.
Come on, let's go.
Got the orange.
Oh, he ready to go.
He's ready to go. Yo, can you? Oh.
He can't
I was a
catch.
shortstop,
He
man.
can't
What you
catch.
talking about? Throw that double play. So that's one thing I love about your Instagram, man. The orange, grabbing the orange, coming towards the camera. It's the best. That's a great idea. It's just everybody has their thing. And that orange tree is so fantastic. You know, you dropping that now. I'm like, yo, this man is on point.
Can you freestyle right now?
You want to drop a gem on us?
Yeah,
Doing it the whole time. I will start the game off by saying one rap line, and then Vic has to think on the fly and add to it. Akbar has to go.
What?
Akbar has to go next, then back to me. We're going to go around the circle until somebody messes up.
Oh, that's going to be
If you
me.
mess up, you're eliminated, and then the remaining 2 people go to the championship round. What are we doing here?
Okay, all right, let's go, let's
Right,
go, let's
ready?
go.
Here we go.
All right.
Yo, G to the O to the D to the free. Yo, that's what I call me. Now your turn.
My initials is AGB. I get in the club for free. Girls used to ask me if they could fax me. Ring, ring. Is that somebody trying to fax me?
Oh, yeah, I know that was horrible.
Hey, they trying to fax me, man. That's how untouchable I am. Let's go.
Fax?
Yeah, fax. You can't get my number.
God dang.
I need me a Megan Good, miss. If you're not, I'm already in the wrong. I'm saying the wrong thing. Let me just stop. I'm gonna be the one to check out.
we won. All right, last one before we get you out of here, man. I'm gonna put you on the hot seat because I already know you're on the hot seat.
Try to fax me.
Who's bigger? This is a layup. Michael Jordan or Mr. Rose, Derrick Rose himself in Chicago? Who's bigger? Who's the bigger star?
Come on, man.
This is
I
been
know
going
where
around.
you're coming from, but I mean, it's Michael Jordan.
That's it.
Derrick D.
That's-
Rose.
I told you
But
it was
I
a layup.
understood,
Yeah.
but I think it was Herb that was saying that D Rose was bigger. But what he meant, really, at least what I interpreted from what he meant, was that to our generation, Derrick Rose represented a different thing because Derrick Rose is a kid from the trenches, like from
Facts.
Chicago.
Oh, I get it.
So Derrick Rose showed people something was possible. Something was possible in a different way than Michael Jordan
Totally.
did.
Oh, yeah, but I
because
think-
Jordan is obviously, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest basketball player of all time. But Derrick Rose was throwing up GD in his photographs as Simeon, you know what I mean?
That's insane.
To then being Derrick Rose. So
I totally get
show
Simeon.
kids
Ben
from the
Wilson.
hood
We had Ben Wilson growing
what
up.
you could become. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. D Rose, I
It's
understand.
a different conversation.
I get that. Yeah. And he moved back to Chicago. He's back.
He's
to
a Chicagoan.
He
it's a
sure
diff-
is.
Like Michael Jordan is, you know,
He's from North Carolina.
he's Mike.
He was born in
right,
Brooklyn. He was born in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He's Mike. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
Mike, right.
But D Rose is probably like the greatest homegrown.
Yeah.
I like your version and your explanation of it because when I saw it, I was like, come on, this is easy. It's Michael Jordan. But when you give context to it, it's different, man. Vic, I want to say thank you so much for rocking with us here on 154, man. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Appreciate it, sir, man.
154, we all connected, baby, you already know. I'm talking 154, we bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place.